What's the name of this place?
Kingston Lacy.
Okay, my darling, do you want to tell us about Kingston Lacy? I believe you've got extensive knowledge of this house and its occupiers.
That much knowledge. Actually, that much knowledge.
Your modesty knows no bounds, my darling.
This
today.
house is based on Italian architecture because the Banks family, William John Banks, did extensive tours in the early 1800s. And it was really designed. Inside, which I'm looking forward to, is an extensive Egyptian collection, the largest in the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
What does it comprise of, my love?
It's got golden cats and statuettes and things. Yes.
From Egyptian mythology?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll tell us more later when we're in there.
Absolutely.
Thank you, my love. I look forward to that.
So this building was the stables, and at the moment what they have is a bun shop inside, which is where we're going. This would have been the front entrance, but actually I much prefer the back of the house. It's much prettier. So here we are inside the house, and the first thing we've got in the hallway is a giant fireplace. This was obviously a sitting room. Real fire, coal. And this is actually quite cosy. You can already see the Italian features. And obviously the library. Look at the ceiling. It's just like being in the Sistine Chapel. This is not cosy anymore, it's really large. Obviously the dining room, but they've got an organ in the dining room. More statues and more paintings. Another ornate bedroom. Here we have his Egyptian collection. And of course, William John Banks travelled all over Egypt well before Tutankhamun and all that. So this is an obelisk from Egypt. It's the original that William John had sent back. Apparently it was lying down over there, and he commissioned somebody to put it together and bring it back here to his home. Sarcophagus and the big obelisk over there he picked up on his adventures in Egypt and brought them all back here. This is the east side of the house, and it's really lovely.
What we have here is a stepped raised terrace. Okay.
It looks like a sunken terrace.
Sorry? Well, what would happen is it means the ladies could walk down. This garden was used extensively by the ladies in summer. They would have cream teas and all that kind of stuff in the lawn. Well, the guys were in there talking about Egyptology and other stuff.
The formal gardens, they're actually really nice. And just over there you can see the less formal gardens, the whole estate. It's lovely.
Okay, my love, we've now visited the interior of this grand house, have we not?
Yes, we have.
And as such, you have now acquired an extensive knowledge of the artwork and the layout and
more than I had when I went in. Anyway, the principal person that we've got to think about is William John Banks.
Why is that?
So he did a lot to the house over all the years, but
what did he do?
I'll tell you that in a minute. Be patient. Poor William John was loved by his mum, but not liked by his dad. His dad couldn't understand him, and probably one of the reasons why is that he was actually gay. Now, being homosexual at that time,
that's the root of all evil.
Punishable by death. And unfortunately, poor William John got caught with a couple of soldiers twice.
Probably playing cards.
Yeah. And on the second occasion, his lawyer said, "I'm not going to get you off this time." So what he had to do, rather than go to he had to run and escape. So he ended up having to run to France and then eventually Italy, where he died. One of the stories that we heard is that while he was in exile, self-imposed exile, he actually still carried out all the work that he wanted on the house, but through his sister, because of course he had no wife.
And what was her name?
Anne.
Well done. It was Anne, yes.
And Anne actually did most of the work to the house. Well, but we think, well, they think in there, they actually sneaked back from Italy on a couple of occasions because there were things in the letters that he sent that he wouldn't have known about if he hadn't been here.
The doors from the Vatican,
The Vatican doors that he sent over, he then said that he didn't like the handles, and the handles didn't go on except in this country. So he obviously sneaked back a couple of times dressed up.
Are you sure about that?
But the most thing that he did is he was getting a bed carved from a famous Italian sculpture.
What was his name?
A wooden bed. Pia something or other.
Yeah.
I've forgotten.
10 years it took though.
10 years, and unfortunately he died before it was even halfway done.
The bed's amazing, guys, honestly, the bed's amazing. It took 10 years to get done. The whole idea of it was that because he was in exile for a bit of hanky-panky back here, which was frowned upon back in the day, that what he was going to do is get the bed put back in main master bedroom, die, and then lay in state so everybody could come and see him. But he popped his clogs 6 months before it was due.
Actually, no, he popped his clogs 6 months after it was started.
Oh, did he? Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay, right.
And then it went to his brother George, who didn't want to pay for the bed.
Understandably.
And then what happened to George?
What happened to him?
He then died.
So nobody got used to the bed at all, except the grandkids.
Who didn't want it, but they were left with a big bill. So that's the story of poor William John, he died in Italy. He did reach the age of 70. Our second National Trust visit, Mill House, White Mill. And apparently it's as it was in the old days with all the wooden workings. So we're going to go and have a look. So this is the old mill. Oh, is that what it used to look like? It's actually quite cool. You can actually see the river passing through the building. The mill's on at least 3 or 4 floors.
Look at that, you're taking next runner.
Oh, a working model. Ooh.
And that's the speed of the fan when the water would have been in full pelt.
Ah.
The little damsel would have gone like this from the top. There'd been something in there that would have helped the flow of grain into the top so it didn't clog up like the tea leaves in your sink.
So what's this for?
This is the heart of the mill.
The heart of the mill.
Powerhouse. This is where the water wheel would have turned back in ye old day.
And you can actually see the river down there. The river is so clear.
Deposits of chalk though, isn't it?
Is it? We've done our National Trust visits, come back to our lovely van for our lunch, late lunch, and now we're going to go into the country park to see if we can find some cycling. That's the gate to the campsite, and this is the little path that will take us into the country park. So we're now inside Moors Country Park, and it is really lovely because it's 5:30 at night. There's nobody here, so we've got the place to ourselves. During the day it's absolutely heaving. This is just one of many little lakes inside the country park. We're now on the yellow trail, which is a little bit more bumpy than the pink one, but it's lovely going in and out all the trees. It's really nice. So what do you think of the country
It's
park?
most impressive.
Really
Obviously we've had the benefit of coming at night and sneaking in
Oh, I know.
when it's
Hardly
quiet.
any people here, and great tracks as well. We've done about 4 or 5 miles already.
Have we?
Yeah, and all these lovely big waterways and lakes. Really nice.
And a forest track for another
Been a good
night.
day, has it not?
It's been a great day, Marv.
It's lovely and peaceful here. But time to leave and go back to the campsite.